1986, a handball that never should have counted. 1998, a red card that changed everything. Every single time Argentina and England have met on the biggest stage, something happened that people are still arguing about decades later. Now it's happening again, and this time, it's not just pride on the line, it's a place in the World Cup final. Someone's 60-year wait either ends here or it gets even longer. This has never happened before. Not once in the entire history of the World Cup have the top 4 ranked teams on the planet all reached the semifinals until now. Argentina, England, France, and Spain are the last ones standing, and that alone tells you how brutal this tournament has been. But out of all 4, this matchup carries the most baggage. Argentina, the defending champions, are chasing back-to-back titles, something only Italy and Brazil have ever managed. But this run has been anything but comfortable. They needed extra time to survive Cape Verde in the round of 32, a debutante nation that nearly ended their tournament before it really started. And in the quarterfinal against Switzerland, it happened again. Alexis Mac Allister opened the scoring off a Messi assist. Switzerland equalized and even had a man sent off. And it still took a stunning long-range golazo from Julian Álvarez in extra time, followed by a Lautaro Martinez dagger, to finally finish it 3-1. This is a team that keeps finding ways to survive, but they haven't looked comfortable doing it even once. England's road has been just as dramatic. In the quarterfinal against Norway, Andreas Schjelderup put Norway ahead midway through the first half, and it looked like it might be another England scare on this stage. But Jude Bellingham leveled things right before halftime with a brilliant slicing run through the Norwegian defense. The game went scoreless through the rest of regulation, all the way into extra time where Bellingham struck again, this time to send England through and keep alive their hope of winning a first title since 1966. These two nations don't just have history, they have some of the most famous, most controversial moments in World Cup history between them. In 1986 quarterfinal, Diego Maradona punches the ball into the net with his hand. The referee doesn't see it and it stands. Minutes later, he scores arguably the greatest individual goal in World Cup history, dribbling past half the England team. Argentina wins. England never forgets. In 1998 round of 16, a young David Beckham gets sent off for a reckless kick. England battles on with 10 men, forces a penalty shootout, and loses. Beckham becomes a national villain overnight, before eventually becoming a national hero years later. Every single time these two teams have met on this stage, something happened that people are still arguing about. There's no reason to think this time will be any different. Here's the storyline running underneath this match. Argentina's entire tournament has revolved around Messi, at 39 years old, in what's almost certainly his final World Cup. But Julian Álvarez's return to top form has given this team something they didn't fully have before, an answer for when Messi isn't the one creating the moment. England, meanwhile, has one player who keeps producing exactly when it matters most. Bellingham has scored in back-to-back knockout matches now, both times when England needed it most. If this game comes down to one moment of brilliance, both sides have someone who's already proven they can deliver it under pressure. This is genuinely a historic moment regardless of who wins, the first time ever that the top 4 FIFA-ranked teams have all reached the semi-final stage of a World Cup. That alone tells you how strong this tournament has been from top to bottom. For Argentina, this is about proving they can still win when the football gets uncomfortable, not just when everything goes their way. For England, this is about finally getting past the semi-final wall that stopped so many talented England teams before them, chasing a title that's eluded the nation for 60 years. So who wins this? Argentina has more raw pedigree and are still the defending champions, but they keep needing extra time to get through matches, and that fatigue has to catch up with them eventually. England has looked less spectacular overall, but they've shown they know how to grind out results when it matters, and Bellingham has been the difference maker every single time they've needed one. This has all the ingredients of another instant classic between these two nations, and given their history, it wouldn't be a surprise if this one goes right down to the very last kick. This one kicks off Wednesday in Atlanta. Subscribe so you don't miss the recap right after the final whistle. Drop a comment below. Are you backing Argentina to defend their title, or England to finally end 60 years of waiting? Let's see who calls it right. See you in the next one.